Mnatumia matako kufikiria ama? Wakati huyo mume wa wajane alikuwa anasimama na Biblia, I swear to protect the Kenyan constitution, why does he feel the urge to traject his insecurities towards extending the limit ya presidency? If 5 years can't make you change what you promised in your manifesto, chukua matako toka nje. Can we start reasoning like people who went to school? Wenye walisoma na 844 ya Kibaki, free education. What is wrong with people? Mnatumia nini kufikiria matako? Nini mbaya na watu? Wengine 1 plus 1 ni 11. Wengine 1 plus 1 ni 2. Common sense ni ngumu kutu. This is a very expensive phone, you know. Let me go look for cafe. Tunaweza anza kufikiria. Mtu akisimama mbele ya watu aseme I will protect the constitution. Extending your term limit to continue manipulating Kenyans and taxing them, killing them in broad daylight is not protecting the constitution. I took this so personal.
Wanasema ati sheria ile inayoendesha mambo ya katiba ati haiwezi kubadilishwa. Kwani hii sheria sisi tulitengeneza hapa Kenya? Kwa bunge hii ya Kenya? Kwani ilitengenezwa mbinguni? Na kama sisi tulitengeneza, mbona tusibadilishe?
Endeleeni kukama up na bills za ajabu ajabu. But at the back of your mind remember, we are jobless. Graph ya unemployment ina grow by the second. Wana continue. Senator Cherargei unda ingine. I came to the realization sisi wote kama wapiga kura tunakuanga na short concentration span. Bill iliachiliwa 12 months ago. Or Senator Cherargei certain thought. Watu washasahau. Hiyo ni kitu tulisoma last year tukaielewa. Sai ni kuireimbasa, yani ni kuipea pressure. Ni kama mpira amecheza nayo alafu pressure ikapungua. Sasa sai anaongeza pressure. Some of us read those bills page by page. If we don't understand, we call other people to understand it. That's how woke you should be. Alafu mtu anakuja kwa comment section kusema the bills that was the first time that was the first time it was introduced. Sai kiherehere imepanda, wanataka kuirudisha. This is inaitwaje? This is what I'm trying to pass through. Ukisikia kitu, try research. Usishinde tu TikTok asubuhi mpaka jioni ukiscroll. No. Jaribu hata kuisoma. Kama una clue, uliza. Squeeze I answer all my DMs. Just ask. Hata jana I was explaining the same thing to someone else. A student who was so focused in understanding ini nini, alafu kuna mtu ameketi mahali, the date of the bill, date. Poko.
Watu waache kiburi. Wewe ni rais wa Kenya uliyechaguliwa kamili. Na hakuna rais nusu. Kalia hiyo kiti vizuri. Second term utaingia rais kama stima. Andolenge kwa nani? Lenye nyoni. Na wakicheza rais, unajua mimi natoka kaunti ya 24. Kaunti ya Baringo sisi ndio tunajua mambo ya 24 years. Sisi ndio tunajua kwa manufacture rais akae 24. So wakicheza hata tunasambia wewe rais endelea kidogo. Kwani iko nini? Kamuget amesema hapa ati yeye ni watu wa 24. Ati hata tunasahamua rais, hapana. Sisi ni watu tunaheshimu katiba. Rais umebakisha mwaka 8, ufunge virago uende nyumbani, mwingine atuongoza. Asante.
Guys, nataka hii video you save it, you share, kwa sababu in the next 4 to 6 months utakuja kunikumbuka. Unaona, watu wengi walidhania we are defending Rigathi Gachagua. Hapana. Tulikuwa tuna defend constitution. Na tulikuwa tuna defend William Ruto asikuwe na total power. Venye sasa ameibeba. So what will happen? Ukiangalia wakati tulifanya finance bill, public participation kila pahali ilikataliwa. but members of parliament walikuwa very confident kuipitisha, even though the electorate hawakuwa naitaka. The same thing has happened with Rigathi Gachagua. Watu hawataki aimpeachiwe, na ungesikiza from almost all corners of Kenya, what majority hawakuwa nataka Rigathi Gachagua kuwa impeached, but amekuwa impeached. So nataka uelewe hivi, William Ruto wanashikana na wabunge, na hii donikia ya wabunge wako assured so far na William Ruto kuwa atawasaidia ku-extend term limit. Na William Ruto, wacha nikuambie, anatumia Cheregei. And let me tell you, before in the next 4 to 6 months, expect this, that venye tu umeona wamefanya overwhelmingly, watavote ku-extend their term limit to 7 years. So that's why they are not even worried of what can happen with you. Hawana shughuli na nyinyi, kwa sababu they know automatically they are assured that within the next few months watakuwa wameweza ku-extend term limit to 7 years. Guys, we were studying for the constitution. We wanted to defend constitution. We wanted to defend against imperialism. Let me tell you guys that ngojea utaona within 4 to 6 months, na hii video save kwa sababu utakuja kunikumbuka, William Ruto na wabunge wata extend term yao to 7 years.
Clergy has warned against the proposed constitutional amendment bill on presidential term limits. The bill, by Nandi Senator Samson Cherargei, seeks to extend the term of all elective positions from 5 to 7 years. Anglican Archbishop Jackson Olasapit says any attempts to alter the structure of the Constitution must involve the people through a referendum. As our very own Stephen Leto reports, Kenyans have until Friday to submit their written views to the Senate.
Is it greed for power or greed for money in elective offices? A bill in the Senate that seeks to increase the term limit from 5 to 7 years for all the elective seats has generated uproar amongst Kenyans. The bill by Nandi Senator Samson Cherargei seeks to alter the structure of the constitution to hand an elected president 2 terms of 7 years each. In the bill, the president's term is reviewed upwards from the current 5 years to 7 years per term. A president who will be re-elected into office will serve a total of 14 years. The bill also seeks to review upwards the term limits of members of the National Assembly, senators, women representatives, governors, and members of the county assemblies. Anglican Church Archbishop Jackson Olasapit has termed the debate on term limits as one that requires constitutional guidance, adding that it will require Kenyans to go to a referendum.
Our electoral cycle is a 5-year term, and it is stipulated it will be the second Tuesday of every August of the 5th year, and anything to change it, now Kenyans need then to agree through a referendum because it's a major constitutional change.
In his proposal, Senator Samson Cherargei says his bill is aimed at giving more time to an elected president as well as other elected officials to deliver on development projects. The Nandi senator says 7 years will enable the president to have a good opportunity to deliver his manifesto. Cherargei argues that given persistent presidential election disputes and subsequent court battles, it takes at least 2 years for the elected president to settle down.
Thank you very much for your time, and my apologies for keeping you waiting.
But his Kiambu counterpart Karungu Athangwa, who presented his memorandum to the Senate Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs, says he is of a different view. He instead proposes a reduction in the term limits of elective offices.
A 7-year term would diminish the frequency with which citizens can evaluate their leaders, making it harder to demand change when necessary. I'm moving an amendment that proposes a 4-year term limit for the president, members of parliament, senators, governors, and members of county assemblies. Why 4 years? Because it enhances accountability, encourage political participation.
Majority Leader in the National Assembly, Kimani Ichung'wah, has laughed off the proposed increment of term limits, saying the bill is dead on arrival. Kenyans have up to Friday to submit their memoranda to the Senate.
Those days when you used to wake up in the morning and the debate is that project is very expensive for Kenya. I don't know, there is a Nairobi Express Highway, it's expensive. How will it be economical to Kenyans? Mau Summit Road, how will it be? Dams? Those days are gone. Those days are gone. Nowadays you wake up in the morning and the next thing you are seeing on the paper, the headlines on the paper, is how these UDA guys, they are going to extend Ruto's term in office. Others are saying 14 years, others are saying 19 years. 1 year in office. You cannot see what these people have done. You cannot point even one project that these people have done. But the only thing they have in mind is how they can extend Ruto's term in office. The good thing is, any person who voted Ruto, they knew that he's a wolf in sheepskin and this moment was coming. There's no way a person can campaign for 5 years just to be a president for 1 term or 2 terms. That guy started campaigning in 2018. He has never worked. In fact, from 2013, he has never worked. He has always campaigned. Then you think, ataingia sijui president, then 2027, mudhani mtamtoa. This guy will do anything to stay in power for life. Unaona hizi makaunda suit anavaa? Hizi makaunda suit anavaa akizunguka Afrika na kila pahali. Na hakuna kitu anafanyia watu. Hizo makaunda suit. That is a form of a dictator. So I'm not even surprised to see the newspapers at your 19 years for William Samoei Ruto. You know, the only person who will come from bottom to top is William Samoei Ruto. Because he wants to be above the 3 families, the Kenyattas, the Mois, and the Odingas. And Ruto Asha realized that 10 years in office, or 5 years in office, he cannot accumulate much. Ashinde Kenyatta, the Moi, and the Odinga kwa utajiri. That is the only thing that guy will do. He is the only one who will come from bottom to the top. Now, amecalculate vizuri, akaona the only way he can become the richest man in Kenya is getting an extended term of like 14 years, maybe to 19 years. That's why usidhani ya maregistrature wote wanasema hivyo ni wenda wazimu. Usidhani ni wenda wazimu. There is where they are getting all this information. So amefanya hesabu akaona with 19 years ama 14 years and above atakuwa ameshinda the Kenyatta, the Mois, and the Odinga mali. That's why umeona a lot of loans amekopa more than any other regime. Over 1.5 trillion zimekopwa. Taxes zimeongezwa right, left and center. Wa Kenya wanalia, lakini huwezi ona project, huwezi ona barabara inatengenezwa, huwezi ona stima pahali zinawekwa, huwezi ona dam zikiwekwa mahali. Economy ni kuzorota, shilingi imeisha, watu wamekuwa maskini, makampuni zimefunga, joblessness, na watu ni mataxes wanaokotwa kuokotwa. Lakini uzuri ni any person who voted them, any person who voted Ruto knew very well that he was a wolf in sheepskin. Sasa waja tuleto hiyo crusade ya Benhin yenye nalipwa na the government iende the whole of this country, muombewe, shilingi yombewe, economy yombewe, muombewe, tuone kama watu watapata kazi ama economy ita grow. We have very useless government. And I'm telling you that because juzi nimeona Gachagua amesema, si juzi niliwaambia, I told you guys, at Gachagua was going to Colombia to look for coffee market. I told you, siku njema huonekana asubuhi. There is nothing these guys can achieve. Juzi amekuja akaambia watu atu wameshindwa kupigana na makatelo wa coffee. He has told them point blank, at all those cartels are so connected government. You come and tell people tumeshindwa kupigana na makatelo wa coffee because you are the cartels. You have been cartels all along. You are the. How can you fight yourself? How can you fight among yourself? Anyway, welcome to the new Kenya. Niliwaambia togege mfanye blanda mchague Ruto tena for life president.
Hata Mungu atasaidia wewe na utaishi. Na mimi nafikiri hiyo sio mwaka 25. Waje tubadilishe katiba. Waje tubadilishe katiba. Kwani iko nini? Bwana asifiwe. Ya mwisho, your excellency, niambia wa Pokot ya kwamba 2027 na kuendelea mbele West Pokot ni UDA. UDA West Pokot. Nimeambia hiyo watu yote, your excellency, waje niseme wewe ukiwa hapa. Ndio watu wote wasikie. Sababu ndio mambo ya nyumbani.
He loves us so much, he loves this country so much that especially myself, I have no words to say thank you to him. God gives him 100 years of life. I wish that we have this president for at least for 25 years. Mali angini iko miaka mingi sana. So if we have this ichi itabadilisha.
You know that puppet Ruto, actually, that particular bill is actually in parliament now to extend the term limit to 7 years. Aye. And soon they'll freaking pass it, I'm sure, in that parliament, and soon he'll probably have to sign it into law. And then there goes Kenya. It's no longer 5 years, it's 7 years presidential term.
For Zakayo. These puppets, they don't learn. They do learn, but they're learning the wrong things.
They don't learn at all, actually. They just improvise.
Hiyo maneno ya kucheza na term limit ya president, ati ufikirie Ruto atatutawala miaka ingine 14, sahau, haitawezekana. Watu wanaumia, wewe wanasema Ruto aendelee kuongeza wa extend term limit kutoka miaka 5 ifike 7. Wananchi mnakubali hiyo?
Hapo wakienda hapo ndio tutawachania njia. Mtu ni miaka yako 5, unakuja unaomba ingine, wananchi wakikubali kukupatia ingine 5, that is...
Hi Kenyans, mimi sina maneno mengi. All I want to say is Ruto must go like yesterday. Bye.
Enyewe Ruto must go. Enyewe Ruto must go. By the way, Ruto must go. Enyewe Ruto must go. Wash fire, Ruto must go. Enyewe Ruto must go. By the way, Ruto must go.